Reuters, Trump administration considering banning transgender guns banned. Okay, we're getting into this now. What a world we're living in, where poor trans people cannot even get a gun anymore. Because of course that's what a weird twist. Of course that is the takeaway. Of course that is the takeaway of the Minneapolis shooting. Okay, ban trans people, ban even more rights for trans people, do a selective gun ban just for trans people. Trump administration considering banning trans people from buying guns because trans people definitely do not have reasons to want to defend themselves. Washington. The U.S. Justice Department is considering proposals to prevent transgender people from buying guns, U.S. media reported on Tuesday, because I guess, which amendment was it? The one that allows everybody to have guns? The Second Amendment? I guess if you're trans, the Second Amendment does not apply. Was that the Second Amendment? Is that the gun amendment? Am I remembering it correctly? Okay, Second Amendment. Second Amendment. Yes. This is the Second Amendment. I guess if you're trans, it does not apply anymore to you. Citing unarmed sources described talks on the matter as preliminary in nature and said they stemmed from last week's shooting at a Catholic church in Minnesota, which left 2 children dead and 17 others injured. The suspect in the shooting was transgender, according to Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem. Okay, I have a question. If a member of a group or community does a shooting and that leads the Justice Department to consider banning that group from being able to buy guns, answer me this. Why are Christians still able to buy guns in the US? Okay, I'm actually gonna look it up. How many mass shooters in US are Christians? Let me see. If that even possible to check. The AI says that there's no definite count on Christian mass shooters in the US because data on shooters' religious affiliation is not systematically collected. Unfortunately, it's impossible for me to verify. That is such a weird way to approach this. Oh, the shooter was also the person was not even trans from what I'm hearing. They were detransitioning. The New York Post, also citing unnamed sources, also reported that talks were underway. I don't think Christians out here doing Christmas. I do actually think so. I do think a lot of Christians are actually doing mass shootings because a lot of people in the US are Christians. So just by that metric, you will have a lot of Christian mass shooters. I'm sorry to tell you. I'm sorry to break the news. But Christians are not some minority in the US. So just by sheer statistics, you're gonna have a lot of Christian mass shooters. The DOJ is actively evaluating options to prevent the pattern of violence we have seen from individuals with specific mental health challenges and substance abuse disorders. No specific criminal justice proposals have been advanced at this time. Oh, so it's a nothing burger. A Justice Department spokesperson said when asked about the media reports, the talks within President Donald Trump's administration would pit the Republican Party's long-held support of guns fights against the administration's moves to limit the rights of transgender Americans. Again, Trump previously signed executive orders banning transgender people from the military and mandating the identification documents issued by the government be based on an individual's immutable biological classification as either male or female, which created mayhem and caused people not to be able to renew their passports, by the way. Trans people had really big problems with renewing their passports in the US. So it's all just a continuation of a bigger, I guess, campaign against trans people in the US. It's the perfect opportunity to just rob trans people of another right. The Gun Owners of America rights group, in a social media post responding to CNN's report, said, GOA opposes any and all gun bans. Full stop. Thank you. There you go. This is what we call being consistent, okay? If you are pro-guns, you should be pro-guns for everybody, okay? No gun bans, full stop. Good for you. the gun owners of America, okay? Good for you, okay? Good for you. If you're gonna be pro-gun, be pro-gun all the way. Apparently, they originally were going to target an LGBT fundraiser event, but got cold feet and chose the church last second. Oh yeah, I heard about that as well, that they were gonna actually target the LGBT community. Which probably, if they did target the LGBT community, then probably people would not be in such an uproar about it, to be frank. So there you go. Well, but good for that association. If you're gonna protect gun rights, you're gonna protect them for everybody, not selectively. Although the Second Amendment of the U.S. Constitution protects the rights for U.S. citizens to bear arms, there are several exceptions, including convicts and anyone declared as mentally defective. So I guess trans people are just considered mentally defective. According to the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. Brilliant. This is just another step to take away rights from trans people in the US. There's no other justification, there's no other explanation. That's it. And my stance on it is, if you are pro guns, if you are against gun regulation in the US, if you're against banning of guns, then you should be standing up against this right now. Simple as that. Just like the gun association.